is you've worked a role. So the question is like, uh, in terms of like, what is the best approach to position my
To position your
experience,
profile, right?
yeah, my profile,
Yes.
my brand.
Mm.
However, I'm running into a scenario where I've worked in one industry for a while. I've recently moved into a new role. The role has dramatically changed.
Yeah.
So, without like, obviously, this is a workshop. Um, I think from the top, off the top of my head, there's a couple of things you can do, right, Jennifer, and I'm sure you've given some thought as to, going from sales, coming into an ops role, the reason why you made that pivot or the decision behind why you made that pivot. And it sounds like you have a really good sense of where you want to eventually end. So like you kind of have your career mapped out. So what
Hmm.
might be helpful is I don't think in any way would that be limiting. I don't think you would be boxed into an operations role per se. Um, as long as like you err on kind of the more transparent piece, right? So again, remember what I mentioned at the beginning that the summary is probably the area where it's like your elevator pitch. This is where you're highlighting who you are. And so what you might want to do is like highlight what your long-term aspirations are, right? And again, one thing I forgot to mention that I will highlight now is that your summary is it's a fluid description of you. So it's always constantly going to be changing based on where you are in your career. What you have today is not going to be the same what you have 5 years from now, right? So it might be worth highlighting um, and then obviously like you can brainstorm this personally, write it out. That's what I find is like the best and most easiest approach. Like thinking about like, this is where you want to end up and then articulating through your summary. And then obviously like you want to be able to do this verbally, how your ops role is currently going to be helping you to get there. And then figuring out what are some of the key experiences within your ops role that help you to get to that leadership position.